Welcome to a new episode of Crushing On with Karen. It's me, Karen. I am back. And today on the show, I was joined by Jefferson Jīnlòng Lan and Izette Blignaut from the new Afrikaans rom-com Strooi. Now, there's a lot to talk about with this film. So, this is a first of its kind. So, it's an Afrikaans rom-com where one of the leads is an Asian male, which is something we have not seen before. And it's just watching. I had not seen the film before doing the interview, and I had not heard of it. I didn't know anything. I just watched the trailer. Randomly, I got sent it in a press release, and I was so hooked just by the trailer. It's giving enemies to lovers. It's giving a wedding rom-com. I love a wedding rom-com. And I was like, oh, I'm so excited. And by posting about how excited I was, I got into contact with the stars of the film, who are Jefferson and Izette. The two of them, they play the two romantic leads. And I had such an amazing chat with them. They are adorable, like with a capital A, and they have such good chemistry. Like, sometimes I felt like I wasn't even there. They were just bouncing off each other and chatting. And, you know, for me, like, as I said, I hadn't seen the film before doing the interview. Seeing that was enough to make me want to watch the film. I was like, if you have so much chemistry in a online virtual interview, how much more would it be in a film where you're playing a couple? So, if you have not seen the film yet, there's no spoilers because I had not seen the film. So listen to the interview, feel the vibe, let this be the crux or the thing that makes you want to watch the film. So, if you want to know what the film's about, so it's, as I said, it's an Afrikaans romantic comedy. It tells the story of Madelaine, who is played by Izette, a farm girl and school photographer from Dewetsdorp, who, upon arrival in Gauteng, she encounters a handsome stranger, played by Jefferson, when her car breaks down. So, basically, Madelaine is going to Gauteng to be the Strooi, the bridesmaid, in her friend's wedding. And, little does she know, she's the guy who she sees on the road, played by Jefferson, is the best man in the same wedding. So they are forced to work, or they've worked together and, get this wedding going, even though they just had an altercation where they were in an argument. So the cast also includes Daniel Retief, Roland van Grieke, Pieter Retief, Tiat Lee, Alma Potgieter, and TikToker Chad Jones and social media influencer Chanley Wong. It's a fun, diverse, adorable romantic comedy, and if you're like me, if you listen to the show, you probably like rom-coms, because y'all know I love rom-coms. So this is definitely something you want to be watching. So I'm not going to chitter-chatter any further. Here's our interview with Izette and Jefferson. Hi, Jefferson and Izette. Welcome to Crushing On podcast. How are you?
Awesome. Thank you for having us.
We're good.
So excited, actually.
Yeah, very excited.
So tell the audience. I think both of you should answer in your own way. But what would you say Strooi is about? Who wants to go first?
Well,
Jeff, you can go.
Lady go first.
Pop off.
Oh, really?
Go,
You're passing it on to me now. So besides the actual story of the film being a rom-com, for me, Strooi is what it says in the write-ups, a groundbreaking film for South Africa. And even though I'm repeating those same words, it really is in terms of cultural diversity in South African film. To this day, we still are seeing your typical films where it's mainly white or Afrikaans and black. And now we got colored platforms, but it's just colored. There's very rarely the implementation of cultures and diversity and integrating them so well. So for me, Strooi is basically South Africa. It's
like
our flag in a film.
I love that. Yeah. No, I mean, I can just add to Jeff there. It is, I can go off with like how great it was to shoot it and everything, and learning from different cultures and experiencing each other. Like we all lived together, or like with Jeff and Chad and I lived together while we shot, and it was insane. Even like when the cameras are off, the amount of stuff we learned from each other, and that is what a movie like this it gives us the opportunity for that. You really get to experience that, and that's something I keep on saying as well. When the people watch this, like, so they speak Afrikaans most of the film, and we had to learn some Mandarin that is also throughout the film, and it was so that was an insane experience in itself. But what did I want to say now? Yeah, we learned so much. And that's what I want to say. The audience are gonna look at this and they're gonna think, oh man, they're trying, they got this. They really it's amazing how well they did. It was very cool.
So on that note, sort of like, how did the process go with the two of you, like getting involved in the film? Did you read the script first, and how did you decide, this is something I want to do?
I'll start. So at the beginning of last year, our lovely director, Janice, contacted me and he said, Izette, you're on a mood board for a film I'm working on. We're in the process of writing it and everything. And then during the year, he kept me updated with what's been happening and everything. And I just have to tell you, this is my first role in the industry. So I was very, very excited. And then I still had to audition for KykNet and all of that. And I heard I got the role when I was in studio doing dubbing. And I yelled. And I was so excited. And then Jeff and I met on the airplane. So we've never met. We didn't like have any contact or anything really. And then we met on the flight, and they purposely put us next to each other so we can just bond a little bit while flying to Joburg. So that's me. Yeah.
For me, I guess it's kind of rare in South Africa to find Asian actors. And me being culturally mixed, being half Chinese and half South African or colored, it's still hard to find Asian actors. And luckily, I happen to be one of those few. I'm sure I was on a list of a few, and not the only one, but Janice had reached out to me, and this is going to be pretty funny and insane because I am with an agency and have an agent, but he contacted me directly on Facebook.
A little messenger.
Oh, wow.
Slipped in the DM.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Facebook Messenger. And it was in my request section, and I never checked that section out. And for some odd reason, I decided to go in because I heard a ping on my phone, and I couldn't find where this ping is coming from, and it was annoying me. So I go into my request section on Facebook Messenger and see a message from Janice. And I was a little bit skeptical because it's Facebook, and it felt like Facebook Marketplace vibes.
Somebody want to sell you like a carpet or something. Yeah. They're like, this guy. This is the carpet guy.
I was like, okay, cool. I will, sure. Why not? Gave him my email, and then he got hold of me the so-called professional way via email, and I managed to do some research on him. I was like, okay, this is legit. All right. Got hold of my agent, let her know, and had auditioned about 3 sides, conveying 3 different emotions from the character, and then heard nothing. And then eventually, yeah, exactly. I always get like left in the dark, as with every other actor. Got left in the dark, and I was like, okay, cool. You know, it is what it is. It's another one of those you just audition for and you cast out to the wind and let the universe take control. But then he eventually got hold of me and said I got the part, and I don't think I was as excited as Izette.
I'm sorry.
I was internally excited, like, but still, no, don't apologize. For me, I only get excited the minute I sign a contract and I am on set. That's when
cautiously
I can start being excited, but most importantly, super nervous. Because this was going to be my first leading role, and especially on a local production. Which has been my New Year's resolution or my New Year goal, which came to fruition. And Izette did leave out one little detail. We had to have a chemistry test in audition.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, we did not meet on the plane. I was just telling lies, apparently. Yes.
I was thinking, should I go with it and like create this fantasy? But I was like, no.
Not let her live in a dream world. Yes. Can I add? Can I add on the chemistry test?
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Firstly, I can't get hold of Jeff. Janus gave me his number, and he's like, "You need to do a chemistry test, ASAP." And I messaged this guy, nothing. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, no, meet me in the city.
I was busy.
And I'm like, I'm gonna get killed. No, I'm kidding.
I thought I was gonna be killed.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know who I was meeting.
Who's this stranger?
I don't want a stranger in my place.
Yes. And then we actually, you can tell us where we met, and then we did the...
So, both of us didn't want to meet this stranger and potentially be, killed or kidnapped. Hey, the feeling was mutual. I didn't know you were feeling the same.
My feelings are hurt.
So, I was like, I don't, I'm very precious about my space. So, I was like, I don't know this person. I don't know what the energy is like. So let's meet in a neutral ground. Sorry to say it.
Reading this name.
I'm protecting my aura.
And you're like, bad juju. I'm not bad vibes.
No.
But anyway. Yeah. Please continue.
So I tell her, listen, I got this neutral ground. It's got a big blank white wall. It'll be empty where we can do this chemistry audition. And it's in a Taekwondo martial arts dojo.
Oh, I love this.
Yes. I walked up there and I'm like, this is...
So I'm assuming it went well, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because we're here now.
It was fine.
So she rocked up and she was like nervous but yet giddy and super excited. I'm like, wow, she's got a lot of energy. And actually, I'm pretty much... kind of the same. I feed off energies as well, so I managed to match her. But she was funny, so I was genuinely laughing at this.
Okay, it was fun. It was fun.
Afrikaans poppy. At the time, you were a poppy, okay? But you're Izette now.
Thank you for the upgrade.
And
thanks a lot.
So the chemistry self-tape went well because she was so concerned with getting the dialogue right. And I'm like, I don't think the dialogue really matters. And because she was nervous and giddy and I was just laughing at her situation and having less of a care. And it came out so funny on camera like it seemed for her it felt like a blooper reel. To me it's like, no, this is exactly what I think they want. And I went with that gut, and she's like, are you sure that's it? I'm like, yeah, let's just send it through. What's the worst they can do? And it got us the job. It worked out. It worked out beautifully. And then yes, we met on the plane afterwards on our way to Johannesburg.
Yes, that was shit.
No, but then we truly got to know each other on the plane.
Okay.
And it was funny that we were sitting next to each other.
We were sitting on the plane out loud, reading the script
We were
to
so
everybody.
loud.
We were rehearsing it, and we just didn't care. So
So you're saying there's a plane out there who actually has seen
Yeah,
this film,
yeah.
but
100%. What flight were we on? Were we on Fly SA Fair or
was it at Lyft?
Was it
I
Lyft?
think it was Lyft.
Yeah. So whoever was on Lyft,
guys.
what was the date again?
I don't
That
know,
we flew?
Jeff. I couldn't even remember
If you're-
that we met beforehand. So don't ask me these questions.
Well, if you were on Lyft and you saw us, then you had watched the film already.
yeah,
they had a sneak peek.
yeah,
Yeah, they got us a good preview.
yeah.
I feel like this is enough of a good preview. I was like, this is so entertaining watching you telling it. Watching the two of you tell the story.
Yeah, how? No,
Yeah, I guess this is why it worked out on camera.
maybe. And the fact that we're the same height, Jeff, that is also something that is.
Oh.
Listen, let's not talk about heights, please. I don't think that matters. I feel like performance speaks louder than physical attributes. Thank you very much.
Really sorry that just slipped out. But I do want to add, though.
Yeah, way to kill the mystery, eh?
No, I do want to add our.
Let people find that out on their own.
Okay, I am sorry. I just want to say.
Okay, I'm done.
The
Sorry,
entire
I'm
cast, like all 5 of us, 4 of us. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 of us are the exact same height. They told us
What?
we are the.
Well, I'm a little bit taller. Sorry,
Yes.
I'm a little bit
Yes,
taller.
no, yes.
Yes. We got enough photographic evidence
Yes, you are.
outside of wardrobe.
But they're like, you guys are the shortest cast we've ever had.
Well,
I'm sorry, I'm going to stop now.
that's because they're just giant Afrikaans people.
Yes.
You know?
Yes,
It's that Dutch,
hold up.
the Scandinavian gene.
Guys, give it.
We
do you
average
guys-
height. We the standard.
Sorry, New Girl started playing in the back. I just paused it.
No, it's fine. We can hear it. It's
No, we
okay.
can't hear.
Love New Girl. It's
I'm
fine.
binging it. It was in the back. Okay. Anyway, I'm back. Where were we?
I love it.
So tell me about your characters. Sort of, what are they like?
Okay. So, Madelaine.
Okay,
Go.
I'm going first. Oh no, you're going first now. Okay, cool.
So, I'll go. Madelaine, she is a woman from Dewetsdorp, and she's never really been out of her dorpie before, and she goes on this journey, and she's very naive, but has a, how do I say it, a lust for die lewe. Like, she wants to get out there, she wants to see the world, but I think she also knows if she leaves, she might never come back. So it's almost a bittersweet thing when she leaves, because she has this adventurous streak. He'll tell us more about his character, but when they meet, they both have strong personalities. So I think with the meet cute, that adds to like why they get so angry at each other. But yeah, that is Madelaine. Go, Jeff.
So my character is Tony, and he is the best friend of the husband to be. So Tony is Asian, of course. We don't specify what Asian, but Asian is a broad term for any Asian culture within Asia. So possibly Chinese, Southeast Asian being Thai, Filipino, Indonesian, or Japanese, Korean, whichever. We don't really touch on the true cultural identity of Tony, but there is slight nuances within his dialogue and his emotional portrayal when he does open up a little bit to Madelaine. And it is a slight conflict of an identity crisis with being half Asian. That was kind of my character discovery with Tony, which is something I can relate to because that is me, being a mixed breed. But overall, he is a aspiring author, trying to get his big break as the big author he wants to be, up there with J.K. Rowling and Mr. Tolkien. At the same time, he's a hopeless romantic trying to find love, but he's constantly falling for the wrong female because everything is based on a superficial level. So he's initially attracted by looks to only discover that it's not the one for him. And then getting to South Africa or Dewetsdorp, being exposed to Afrikaans culture, it's quite a bit of a rude awakening for him, but at the same time, it starts touching on some insecurities within himself, but also breaking down walls and opening himself up, not only to the culture, but also helping him discover himself and to understand what true love is. It's a lot more than physical for him.
Very deep.
So yeah, that's Tony.
That was beautiful, Jeff. Really, I almost cried.
Thanks, Izette.
I haven't thought about...
And if you had to cry, I probably would have cried.
No, I haven't thought about my character in so long. But it looks like you and Tony are... He's still kind of like part of you.
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely still is, because he touched home on a few places, and the character had also allowed me in my own personal capacity in my journey as an actor to break down more walls emotionally within myself, to reveal more truth from within through my character, which is something I've been trying to break through with in my journey as an actor, my young journey as an actor, you know. My perception initially was acting is acting, you know, anyone can do it. And if you got it, you know, you got it. But it's beyond that of the physical. And diving into this journey so deeply, man, the discovery has been amazing and beautiful, and it's given me a whole different appreciation and insight into performance art. Yeah, it's conveying truth, and that's what I wanted. Even though this is a rom-com, you know, it's I feel like rom-coms are the hardest genres to perform in. Because there's a lot more emotional dynamic. Yeah. And in this film, it really, really tested me and made me discover a lot and break out. I feel like this is the film where I can officially call myself an actor.
Wow. Oh, wow. Sorry, but like, I just wanted to like elaborate on that. So, you know, you're saying a lot of this is, you know, your own personal experience, but did you kind of bring your own personal experience into, like, put it into the role? Did you add anything to the character which might not have been there on the page?
Yeah. Yeah. So with scripts or with the few scripts that I've been dealt with, and also scripts for auditions, when you're just given like one side, you kind of have to create. And also you dealt with very little at the same time. But if you start reading between the dialogue and the interactions between the other characters, then you can start discovering. But at the same time, in order to bring truth, you have to pull from your. I feel like you have to pull from yourself, and to bring authenticity, it has to come from you. So it was just a matter of switching my emotional and mental state for the character. So it's not so much of method acting where I need to be Tony. It's I am still myself, but I'm just switching up my emotional and mental state. So it's like if I'm 60% happy and 40% depressed, then maybe Tony requires to be 70% depressed and 30% happy. So it's just a shift in that. And then having amazing partners to dance with and to play with, that also brings more authenticity and more life and truth to your character. And it also helps you make emotional and mental shifts within your performance when you have a great dance partner. And Izette was definitely that. I have to attribute most of my performance to a good dance partner.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, I want to ask, like, what is like your favorite scenes that you did that, just tease the audience? That what can we look forward to?
Jeff, do you want to... Oh, did you dip? He's like, I don't want to... I can't see you, sir. But I want to ask if you want to tell them... Where's the man?
Okay. I'm here.
Can you guys see him? Can you see him, Darren?
Yes, I can see him.
I can't see him. The screen is black. Oh.
Is that the Dewetsdorp internet?
I'm very serious. I took a picture of it. But anyway, no, I want to know if you want to tell them about the balloon scene. Or are you not touching on that?
Oof. Oh my God. No, I don't mind, but yeah. So all the scenes were great. I mean, they were a lot of fun. I especially love the meeting point where we first meet, and I love the I don't want to say it, but the end scene of us.
Yeah, don't no spoilers, please.
No, you're not gonna get spoilers with me. But there is the balloon scene that took 3 hours to shoot.
But how many pages was that? It was like 10 pages.
It was about a 10-page scene.
Rough.
Wow.
A 10-page scene after we had shot other scenes before that. So I had to give my dialogue and interact with Izette while filling up helium balloons. But the problem was these rubber balloons were so tight and so stiff.
The man can't tie a balloon.
Where I was struggling to...
Professional clown is not in the cards. It's not.
No.
He can't
I have so many skills,
tie a
but
balloon.
tying's not one of them.
Oh no, it was wild, but that was very fun. I want to add to that. So my character, Jeff,
go for it.
You're gonna laugh now. My character is a photographer. Is he? Not a photographer. And I had this camera where, so while he's tying balloons, I have to, take a picture of him, and it's this whole wholesome moment, and I have to show it to him. And he's like, oh, you are so talented. That is kind of what it comes to, like, wow, you really have an eye for this. And I take the pictures, and every time I show it to him, he's like not in the picture, blurred. The picture is screwed, and
With an ugly face.
And we are on like take 15 of the 10-pager, and every time I show it to him and the camera's on him and I cannot stop laughing because I look at it first and I show it to him and he's like, that is so good, and I'm like, bro, this is the end of the
so
world.
bad.
It was really tough, but it was fun.
It literally felt like the end of the film in that
was.
scene, because at one point I was so ready to give up. Besides struggling to tie a balloon
Yeah.
and deliver a very emotional
Yes.
piece where I'm opening up to Madelaine, and then she's laughing and I'm trying not to break. So
So
there's just
funny.
all this happening, and I was just like beating myself up on set in the
yeah.
scene. So much to the point the director Janice heard me on his headphones because we were all mic'd up. And he's like, hey, stop beating yourself up. Just do what you can. I'm like, I can't tie the damn balloons. He's like, yeah, but we need to film Tony, not Jefferson. We need to
Tony
film
can tie
Tony.
balloons.
But eventually, yeah, apparently, by the 3-hour mark, did I manage to tie a balloon and complete the scene
nice.
and remain in the character of Tony. Jeez, it was such a nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
It was very funny.
So I'm actually so nervous for that scene,
Yeah.
for everyone to see that scene, because I honestly don't know how it's going to come out, because I was still beating myself up after that. I was like, that was the worst scene of my life. I was like, this is the end of my acting career. This is it.
I'm thinking now, another scene that was also fun to shoot, not giving any spoilers, but the fight scene. That was also fun. Your jacket ripped.
Oh, yes.
It
Yeah.
was
Like the back and the sides.
Yeah.
It got very
his jacket
intense.
all ripped
Oh,
right
wow.
off.
That's
It was wild.
Poor wardrobe.
Shame.
They were so pissed. And it was a rental. Dit was a rental.
Nice. Yeah. Nee, yeah.
okay. I want to ask you guys. So, what are your favorite rom-coms?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a particular one, to be honest. But I love a rom-com. I'm a sucker for a rom-com.
So, I went through this stage where I Googled, give me the top 150 rom-coms, and I watched every single one of them. And, I mean, the different eras, like, I love the When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, You've Got Mail, love all of those.
Oh, yeah.
And then the 2000s was just minty with the rom-coms, with the 10 Things I Hate About You, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. That was just a different,
that was a good one,
different time. Something like that. The Notebook is always a classic, you know. I almost called him Christopher
never
Nolan
watched
just
The
now.
Notebook.
What is his name? Who's the guy?
Ryan Gosling.
Who's the guy that wrote The Notebook?
Oh, Nicholas Sparks. Nicholas Sparks?
Christopher Nolan. Oh, I need to lie down.
I was going to say, damn, I didn't know Christopher Nolan wrote that. I should have watched it then.
Yeah.
I love Christopher Nolan.
Scratch all of that. But yeah, those are always good. What are your favorites, Karen? No.
Okay.
No, I just said I don't have a list of favorites. I'm just a sucker for rom-coms. But the ones you mentioned, I like those, yeah.
So okay, let me ask you. So what does Strooi remind you of?
So, in a South African context, like if I can think about other Afrikaans films that they've made, I think of Semi-Suit. I don't know if you guys saw Semi-Suit, but it's something like that, except this has cultural diversity. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I have seen Semi-Suit.
Yeah, but it's that type of fun vibe.
But like, sort of, you know, talking about that now, I'm thinking like, do you think? I mean, obviously you do, but I mean, like, this kind of having cultural diversity in like these classic Afrikaans rom-coms, like, how groundbreaking do you think it is? Because I mean, like, for me, this is amazing. I mean, I love Afrikaans rom-coms. So just to see, you know, a diverse cast is amazing. So how does it feel for you guys, like, to be a part of this?
It's absolutely incredible. Like, and I can't believe I'm a part of this journey, the inception of this journey. It's actually crazy to be honest. And I think it's about time. It's honestly about time. Like, how are we singing a song of diversity, raising a flag of diversity, but an integrated nation of diversity, yet on our screens it's not so apparent? But here we are with Strooi making it apparent, and hopefully it sets a trend for this amongst numerous films and series.
When I was little, I always knew I wanted to be in this industry and whatever. And I did really hope, like literally when I was tiny, I hoped that if I ever get seen on screen, I wasn't going to think per se it was, let's say, acting. Maybe I was a presenter or something like that. I wanted it to be for something significant. In some way, I was helping people. If I was doing like community service and like a show, whatever, I was just really hoping that it would be for something that I would be able to help people. And I'm just extremely grateful, and this is quite insane, that the first film I ever make is this one, because I would love to be known for the Strooi meisie, for making a break as in this role in this film. It's a insane moment for me. So yeah, and hopefully it can, you know, make some change. So
I hope so. Okay, I want to ask you guys, this is our final question, but this is the question we ask everyone. So who was your first celebrity crush?
Wow. Like, how far back are we going?
The first one you can remember. If it's like when you were an infant, then it's okay if you can't remember. But I mean, like...
Oof. I think for me, my first celebrity crush was, as a child watching Power Rangers, was Kimberly, the pink Power Rangers. I don't know, I can't remember the actress's name, but I know a character's name was Kimberly. And there's so many memes that have been popping up on social media about her being like everyone's childhood crush. So yeah, I that was definitely it for me.
Oh, it's gonna sound so terrible when I say Mr. Troy Bolton from High School Musical. Oh, I make myself nauseous.
I love that.
But I mean, otherwise, I'm thinking of, speaking of Christopher Nolan rom-coms, Nicholas Sparks rom-coms. Did you guys watch that movie with the bull? He does bull riding. But that actor.
Okay, the movie with the bull. We got it.
Up The Longest Ride. This guy.
I think so.
This guy. I need to show you guys.
Okay, sure.
You're gonna see. Hold up. This guy is... He is everything. I was so in love with him. Hold up. Maar nou lekker wees. Scott Eastwood.
Oh, Clint Eastwood's son.
Yes. That guy. So there we go. Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
But guys, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast. This has been great.
It was a lot of fun.
I'm so excited for everyone to see the film. I'm excited for me to see the film. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much. that was our chat with Izette and Jefferson. Strooi aired on KykNet on the 24th of June and is now available to watch on DStv Now and Showmax. So that's all from us this week. If you'd like to support the podcast, you can go to patreon.com/crushingonpod, where you can get some bonus content in exchange for a monthly financial subscription. To catch us on social media, you can find me at Karen Welby on Instagram and at Karen Welby's with an S on Twitter. The podcast can be found at CrushingOnPod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. You can find more information about this and all our other episodes on our website, crushingonpodcast.com, and send any feedback to mail@crushingonpodcast.com. The show is edited by Rebecca Barches, and it's produced by me, Karen, as well as Rebecca Barches and Leanne Phillipson. Our logo was designed by Nathifa Maroof. If you like the show, tell everyone that you can any way that you can. Keep up to date with all our episodes by subscribing to the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And please rate and review the episode on Apple Podcasts, as it helps others find the show. We'll be back soon with another in-depth conversation. See you soon.